How's it going, Jets fans? It's Ryan Moran and Ali Ashraf here from Fireside Jets, coming to you today talking about the Jets' elite cornerback trio from 2022, arguably the best group of corners in the NFL this year. Excited to talk about these three players, Ali, all young players for the Jets defense, core building blocks for the future. Before we dive into, Sauce Gardner, DJ Reed, and my car of the second, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's fun to always talk about the good positions on the New York Jets. So I'm excited for it.
That it certainly is. So we'll start it out here with Sauce. I mean, you just look at the way he was able to come in as a rookie and the immediate impact he made from the jump. A guy with the pedigree in college, you look at just the physical size that he's gifted with, his height, his length, athletically from there. I mean, just how gifted he is with his speed, his quickness, his ability to change direction. But I think it's as much as anything with Sauce, what went into his success is really just the mental capacity that he played with in his first 17 NFL games. I mean, you talk about a guy with the confidence, the swagger that he exuded really from the start and all throughout the course of the season. And I think that shows up when you just see his poise at the catch point. I mean, he led the NFL in passes defended with 20, which is super impressive. He had in 12 of 17 games this year for the Jets broke up a pass. He had 2 interceptions as well. He was along with DJ and MC2, who we'll discuss. I mean, these guys completely just turned around the Jets defense, and this past defense was third in the NFL this year, allowing 189 yards a game. And a lot of that obviously has to do with Sauce and what he was able to come in and do. So, Ali, what were some of your takeaways on Sauce really leading this trio for the Jets?
Yeah, I mean his resume and his play style in the film speaks for itself for Sauce Gardner. He's a guy that a lot of people weren't thinking he's going to be the top tier cornerback that he became, but he had all the attributes to become one. And him being already in the Rookie of the Year category and Defensive Player of the Year category is saying a lot about Sauce Gardner, and um, he stayed consistent throughout the year. He stayed no matter who lined up there, he was ready to take and face. And we went up against some great wide receivers: Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, um, you know, DK Metcalf. All these guys we went up against, and he pretty much shut them down. And that's what else can you expect? And it's only his rookie year, so you're gonna see growth from him. You're gonna see more. What he's made of, and with DJ Reed on the other end, those are two are a combo. They're learning from each other, they're guiding each other, and they're locking it down. And that goes big time for the New York Jets, because with Sauce Gardner, he's gonna learn. He's gonna keep learning, and there's some people say that he holds a lot. He does that. He's gonna get better with that. He just has lengthy ass arms and shoulders and everything like that. So that's why it does it. But every cornerback does that. Every like Woolen does that as well. So people don't look at that. People try to hate on him no matter what. But Sauce Gardner played at an elite level, at a top 3 cornerback level, and he's gonna keep continuing to play like that.
I'm with you. I mean, what he was able to come in and do was nothing short of special. And then alongside him there on the outside was DJ Reed, who obviously the Jets first acquired a month before Sauce in free agency on a 3-year contract. And what he was able to come in and do, and we said it on the episode last week, I mean, he's arguably the best free agent signing the Jets have had in the last decade, quite honestly. I mean, he came in and did not miss a snap all year for this Jets defense. And all 3 of these guys played in all 17 games, which is obviously very key. And you look at DJ's numbers, I mean, 12 passes defended, had 80 total tackles, which I think speaks to the physicality that he provides for you there on the outside. And we definitely got to see him, make some big hits as a tackler. Had an interception, really just from a coverage standpoint, he was very sticky all throughout the year. He was very consistent. And as much as anything, we got to see he's not the biggest or the tallest in any way, but he's got tons of arm length and he uses that to his advantage. I mean, he's got some good ball skills, which we got to see at times on the outside. And I mean, him and Sauce on the outside were as good as anybody in football this year. So what were some of your thoughts on DJ opposite Sauce and, what he was able to come in and do, in his 5th NFL season?
Yeah, I mean, all the attention was on Sauce Gardner, but the other side of the football and the defensive side, DJ Reed was doing the same exact thing, but at the same level. DJ Reed was a lockdown cornerback this year. He was making plays, he was making tackles, and he was healthy. The thing is, these two cornerbacks were healthy the entire year, and that's a big thing for the Jets. Staying healthy. And these two just play at a high level at all times. They didn't care who was going to be lining up in front of them. They were ready for the challenge. And having that cornerback duo is very impressive for the Jets because we obviously have the safety. We need safety help, and that will attract other safeties to come and play for them because these two guys are good ass cornerbacks, and let's create something special in New York. That's what people's thoughts are going to be, and get more defensive guys. And Robert Salah is going to go out there and try to get some defensive guys for his defense. So DJ Reed, man, he's elite. He gets snubbed a lot. He doesn't get talked around a lot. But he's all over the stat sheet as well. So and on the film. So it's really disrespectful that he's not being recognized for what he's done this year.
I completely agree. I mean, what he was able to do was really some Pro Bowl, all pro caliber type of stuff, in my opinion. I think a lot of people feel that way, along with us. Then the third and final piece of this group, Michael Carter II, really the unforgotten man, the unsung hero. He kind of just, and it's to be expected when you play alongside two guys as well known as Sauce and DJ are. What Michael Carter II's been able to do in the slot his first 2 years in the NFL for the Jets, as a fifth-round rookie in 2021, came in and started right away. And he's always had the speed. He's had the intelligence. He's willing as a tackler. He's tough. He can get physical. He can be utilized as a pass rusher. He can fit the run from the slot, which is obviously important. And his coverage throughout his rookie year was good. But the one thing that we wanted to see from him to make that year 2 jump was just improved ball production, which he definitely took to the next level. When you look at the 9 passes defended and the 2 interceptions that he had, he didn't have any interceptions as a rookie, and the passes defended basically doubled for him from year 1 to year 2. So I think MC2 in the slot, really established himself as one of the best at the position this year, and really completes this trio for the Jets. Of an elite, upper edge slot core. I think the only other one that really comes to mind is the 3 that the Eagles had, and Avonte Maddox kind of missed some time throughout the year. So I think in that sense, you got to give these 3 here with Sauce, DJ, and MC2 the nod as the best. And with Michael Carter II, for a young player, I just think in 2 years to show, the mental capacity, like similar to Sauce, coming in and playing right away at a tough position, all the responsibility inside that you have to take. I think he's done a great job and really complements, Sauce and DJ on the outside pretty perfectly, to where you really just can't throw at him if you want to. I mean, he's no weak link by any means. And, a player who is still only 23 years old. So, Ali, what are some of your thoughts on Michael Carter II, in year 2, and what you're expecting from him going into year 3?
Yeah, I mean, he had a decent year throughout the year. Obviously, he had some, it wasn't like Sauce or DJ. He had some hiccups throughout the year. There were some mistakes and stuff like that. But, for what he's playing, he did enough. He did enough to prove himself to stay next year. He proved himself to be the starter next year. He's done whatever he can to play at a high level. And, obviously cornerbacks mess up. There's going to be times where it doesn't look as pretty as it is. And that was kind of Michael Carter. He'd had a great first half of the season, and he kind of went downhill in the second half, in my opinion. It's not completely like crazy bad, but it's we saw a little decline in his production. But with Michael Carter out there, a guy that no one really knows about, no one really cares about, and no one, it's all about Sauce and DJ. Michael Carter gets kind of put to the side, but a lot of people besides Jets fans don't really know about Michael Carter. But we all, as fans, know when we drafted him, is that he's a special player. He's a guy that will go out there and he doesn't care about the fame, but he'll be that hard worker player in the secondary to help whoever the cornerbacks are. So to have a player like that, it's huge. It's huge to have someone and so young. All these 3 guys are young still, and they're ready to work, and you can have this for a couple of years now, and you can establish more depth. You can establish more of a defense now with these guys back there, and trust them with whatever responsibility you give them. So it's a fun thing to watch. The secondary is something that the Jets fans have loved all year, so they're gonna keep loving it.
I think the 2 points I love that you brought up are just obviously the youth of these guys. DJ 26, the start of next year, MC2 24, and Sauce 23. I mean, there is an opportunity for these guys to continue to just build and establish themselves here with the Jets for years to come. And even the depth, like you said, I mean, Brandon Eccles and Bryce Hall, I think, are 2 pretty quality backups when you look at what they did in 2021 as inexperienced players. And, Hall, obviously, we didn't really get to see a ton of him this year, but I mean, his rookie year, he definitely showed some good things. And then, with Eccles, I mean, he took on so many different roles for this defense and special teams this year, whether it was in the slot on tight ends or filling in whenever Sauce maybe missed some time. I think from top to bottom, I mean, this is an elite group, and obviously it's headlined by the trio. So any thoughts you guys have on this trio that the Jets have of corners? I mean, Sauce, DJ, MC2, what your expectations are going into 2023. Obviously, they were the main catalyst in this Jets defense being a top 3 unit this year, and really what you're expecting, from this group over the years to come. So Ali and I will be back with some more Fireside Jets content on the way. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and have a great day, Jets Nation.